The national capital is now making his way from Tihar to Arvind Kejriwal's residence. पंकज, आपके सोर्सेज आपको क्या बता रहे हैं? क्या एक अटेम्प्ट होगा कि मनीष सिसोदिया को वापस गवर्नमेंट में लाया जाए, या अभी थोड़े टाइम कुछ नहीं होगा?
प्रीति, इस बात का इशारा तो किया है पार्टी के बड़े नेताओं ने कि अरविंद केजरीवाल इस वक्त तिहाड़ जेल में है, तो मनीष सिसोदिया के बाहर आने के बाद उन्हें अहम जिम्मेदारी सरकार में दी जाएगी। लेकिन उसकी अपनी एक प्रक्रिया है, क्योंकि अरविंद केजरीवाल ही मनीष सिसोदिया का मंत्री के तौर पर नाम सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं, और कहीं ना कहीं वो फिलहाल नहीं कर पाएंगे, तो थोड़ा इंतजार मनीष सिसोदिया को करना होगा। लेकिन हम आपको ये पिक्चर्स दिखाते हैं। यहाँ पर आप देखिए, इस वक्त दिल्ली सीएम रेसिडेंस के बाहर आपको पुलिस डिप्लॉयमेंट नजर आ जाएगा, और यहाँ पर पिछली कुछ देर में काफी ज्यादा पुलिस का डिप्लॉयमेंट हुआ है। दिल्ली विधानसभा के जो स्पीकर हैं रामनिवास गोयल, वो इस वक्त मुख्यमंत्री हाउस के अंदर हैं, और साथ ही आपको ये बता दें कि करीब 10 किलोमीटर की दूरी पर हैं इस वक्त मनीष सिसोदिया, और उन्हें आधा घंटा से ज्यादा लग सकता है, 30 मिनट्स के आसपास वो यहाँ पर पहुंच जाएंगे। और बाकी तमाम जो नेता हैं आम आदमी पार्टी के, वो भी इस वक्त मनीष सिसोदिया के साथ है। जैसा कि आप भी बता रही थी कि संजय सिंह, आतिशी, संदीप पाठक, ये तमाम नेता भी उनके साथ मौजूद है। लेकिन सबसे मुख्य बात यही है कि उनकी वापसी सरकार में कैसे होगी, उसके लिए फिलहाल इंतजार करना होगा। लेकिन पॉलिटिकल तौर पर यहाँ एक नया प्लान तैयार किया गया है, और उस प्लान के तहत अलग अलग इलाकों में जाकर आम आदमी पार्टी इस बात का प्रचार करेगी कि किस तरह से एजेंसियों का गलत इस्तेमाल करके उनके नेताओं को फंसाया गया। प्रीति,
पंकज बने रहिए हमारे साथ। I want to cut across to Kumar Kunal, who's joining us from Manish Sisodia's residence. Kumar, right now there's stayed silence at Arvind Kejriwal's residence. What does it look like at Manish Sisodia's residence?
See, I can show you through the visuals. These are the balloons. I can show you. The gate has been decorated right now. The colors are obviously blue and yellow. The Aam Aadmi Party colors, and that's how people are waiting here. A few of the our workers, have already gone inside the residence. Earlier also, during the day, several of the senior ministers, including Durgesh Pathak, Saurabh Bharadwaj, they came here to meet Sisodia's wife. So already the preparations are here to celebrate the return of the leader, their leader, obviously Manish Sisodia. So they are enthusiastic about that, and hence what actually you were asking to the Pankaj, that actually most of the workers, they want Sisodia back into the government. That is the voice what we are hearing here at the ground, that he should made minister, and that but there are technicalities, and even people, a senior leader whom I talked to, he told me that Sisodia is not keeping up very good health. So obviously they will talk to Manish Sisodia after he will come to his residence. He will spend some days with his family, obviously, and then he will take some kind of decision that what will be his role. That will be in the organization or in the government. Will he mentor other ministers? He will guide other ministers to run Delhi. Those are the options available. So even party leaders are anticipating that if Manish Sisodia has he has come out, so very soon even Arvind Kejriwal will make his way out from the Tihar jail, and everything will be streamlined thereafter, even politically, and if you will talk about how the governance in Delhi will come. So
Right.
After coming out of these two stalwarts, everything will fall in line, and then they will face the ongoing political challenges, be it in Haryana election or the upcoming Delhi election. All these things will be smooth thereafter.
All right, appreciate both of you for joining us. Pankaj and Kunal getting us the latest. We'll come back to you for more. I want to quickly cut across to our guests and my colleague, Nalini Sharma. She's the head of our legal bureau, India Today TV. Akshay Marathe, national spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party. R.P. Singh, national spokesperson, BJP. Ashutosh, author and political analyst. Nalini, would you, before we go to our political guests, quickly break down on what the judgment was today? It was also very scathing. when it comes down to the lower courts and the issue of bail?
Well, yes, Preeti, the judgment was pretty much on expected lines because even the last time around, even though bail was denied to Manish Sisodia then, the Supreme Court had categorically given a time limit to the Enforcement Directorate to complete the trial. The fact that the trial has not even begun in the case, let alone being completed, so the judgment was on expected lines, which is why Manish Sisodia had once again come back to the Supreme Court asking for bail. But like you correctly pointed out, the most important aspect of this judgment was the observation that the court has made regarding grant of bail by the High Court and the lower courts. And this is where I think that the judgment can actually impact Arvind Kejriwal's case as well, because the Supreme Court has actually encouraged the trial courts and the High Court to not play it safe when it comes to the matter of bail and remember the fact that bail is the rule and jail is only an exception, especially when we're talking about public personalities like Manish Sisodia, like Arvind Kejriwal, people who cannot run away from the country, people who are very much in the public eye. It is important that they are granted bail in such cases, which is what the Supreme Court has said. So there is no doubt going to be an impact of the case on the Arvind Kejriwal case. How soon we can expect that is something that still remains to be seen.
Akshay Marathe, the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming moral victory, but the BJP and even the courts are quick to remind you that it's not on the merits of the case, but entirely on the fact that the trial hasn't started now. Number one. Number two, because we're running short of time, I want to quickly get a word in from all guests. Akshay Marathe, if you'd also like to address, what is the thinking on the role of Manish Sisodia now?
Preeti, first of all, I want to say this is a big day for me personally. It happens to be my birthday. And this is one of the best birthday gifts that I could have gotten in a long time. I have celebrated many birthdays with Mr. Manish Sisodia in his residence. And I'm extremely happy that he's finally come out after 17 months. Now, why is Manish Sisodia so important to Aam Aadmi Party? He's so important because he is the face of the brand of our education reforms. What is Aam Aadmi Party known for around the country? It is known for its government school reform. It has been the personal passion project of Manish ji. To every day, every morning, he would wake up at 6 a.m. He would visit schools across Delhi. He would personally look at reforming every little detail, whether it's teacher training, whether it's children's midday meals, whether it's the infrastructure. And that is what spooks the Bharatiya Janata Party about Manish Sisodia being out on bail, because they know that the moment that he's back in place as the education minister of Delhi, Aam Aadmi Party's brand of education gets strengthened further. And the destructive model that the LG is using to scuttle the reforms that the Aam Aadmi Party government has launched will come to an end, because Manish Sisodia, remember, has a very long history of working with the education bureaucracy of Delhi. He has worked for 10 years with every single education administrator, whether it's at the lowest levels of teachers, principals, vice principals, education department officials, education secretaries. He has that administrative acumen. He has that vision to actually get reforms back on track, even if the LG may come in the way. So I personally believe that Mr. Sisodia will play an important role when he comes out. And of course, the party will make that decision. And I'm very happy. The whole country should be happy, because if you are interested in the future of this country, education is the way to do it. And Mr. Sisodia represents that today in our country. He represents the promise of public education.
All right. RP Singh, you might say that this is pure procedure and it's not on the merits of the case. He still is an accused. It's not an acquittal. But at least perception-wise, the Aam Aadmi Party is building it as a massive moral victory. And the courts have been rather scathing on the lower courts, not giving bail.
Well, Preeti, thank you so much. And Akshay Marathe, congratulations to you for your birthday. May God bless you much more, many more birthdays also. And also, I'll send you better blessings from Bangla Sahib today. I'll take the number and take your address and ensure that the blessing from Bangla Sahib comes to you today. But coming to the point, he spoke about the educational model. I will just read out one line from the Justice Manmohan, who is the acting Chief Justice of Delhi, April 9th. He in the court proceeding, when he called the Education Secretary about the education, the way the schools are being run, he said, you're not supposed to just publish announcements in newspaper that schools are hunky-dory. There are 144 children in one classroom. This is very sad state of affair. And also, further going on, the Education Secretary said, we know, sir, we are running schools in tin buildings. We have two sections where all at times being made in a single class, two sections are being run from single classroom. This is not me, this is the court proceedings, I read it out. So they can keep test something about the education model, but the fact is on ground people know how Delhi is suffering. This year itself, I've been told more than 1 lakh children were withheld from the 9th standard from being promoted to 10th standard because they failed twice in the 9th standard, and same was the case with the 11th standard children who, more than 1 lakh children were withheld because of their bad results, and they were not promoted to 12th standard. But coming to the subject of the bail, they are saying कि हमने सच की जीत होगी, सच्चाई की जीत हो गई. What sort of jeet? 10 lakh rupees surety, 10 lakh rupees bond, put 2 sureties, 30 lakh rupees. Every Monday and Thursday you have to visit the police station. Your passport has been impounded. What do you understand? Who all are being given bail on such conditions? What sort of people are being given bails on such conditions? Please ask your legal correspondent or ask your crime correspondent to tell you that what level of criminals are given such stringent conditions are laid for bail.
Okay.
For the people who get bail.
Can I quickly respond?
Cases. So, but coming to the other point. Coming to the other point. I'm coming to the other point. Another second. Coming to the other point that they keep just thumping again and again that that there is no money trail. There is no money trail. I'm reading out a bank account today for your viewers also, 10220100004647 UCO Bank. This has been mentioned in the ED's charge sheet, which ED has filed in the court. Okay. Obviously, I mean, once the ED files in the court, they can't take it back. I mean, money trail is there. But only thing is,
RP Singh, that's for the trial. Okay, no. This is what the charge sheet says. It's for a trial to conclude and figure out whether Arvind Kejriwal or even Manish Sisodia is guilty or not. Akshay, I know you want to come in for a rebuttal, but I want to bring in Ashutosh into this conversation as well. Ashutosh, you've been a dear friend of Manish Sisodia. I'm glad you'd see him come out. But the question I ask you, which is political, the Aam Aadmi Party has had its back to the wall and fighting. How do you think this will impact? You're on mute, Ashutosh.
Preeti, frankly speaking, I don't think it is going to qualitatively change the political situation in Delhi, neither for the Aam Aadmi Party, not for the BJP, not for anybody else. But here the bigger question is beyond education, and that is what we should be debating here. The issue is the soul of the constitution, that is liberty. And the Manish Sisodia is getting bail after 17 months is a travesty of justice. He should have got bail almost a year back, which he did not get. Who should be blamed for this? Enforcement Directorate, lower courts, higher court, or the Supreme Court? That is what is the most important thing here. The Supreme Court, after 17 months, is saying that liberty, how can you keep somebody in jail without the case being going for the trial? But Supreme Court Manish Sisodia has gone back to the Supreme Court long back. Then Supreme Court didn't look into the matter and didn't decide that his liberty is being sacrificed. Right. So today the issue is in Arnes Kumar versus Bihar case, Supreme Court has came out with a guideline that if somebody has to be put in jail by the IO, he has to give in writing. If the court is denying bail, it has to be given in writing. Despite Supreme Court guideline, case after case, people are not getting bail, only jail. Supreme Court has to crack the whip on the courts, which they are not following the Supreme Court's dictate.
All right. Okay. I apologize to all our guests because we've run out of time. Primarily, a lot of breaking news regarding Manish Sisodia walking out on bail. We're going to leave it at that. But in days to come, I am sure this is going to be a hot topic of discussion. We'll revisit it. Thank you for watching. Up next is Rahul Kamal.
To say hello.